up everyone? Right, so you join me in session back down on Monk's Pit. Today I'm in the car park swim. This is my 4th session of my summer ticket this year. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to do any filming. I was all geared up to do it on my first session back, but silly plonker here left the memory card at home, so that was a bit of a no-go. Although it did turn into a good session. When I got here, the lake was quite busy. I wanted to get myself into the little point, and I managed to reserve that. So I dropped into the car park swim. Within an hour I had a nice scaly 15-pound mirror out of there. Unfortunately the fish just seemed to push out after that fish. It was literally just a one chance opportunity. So I moved into the little point, got myself settled with 2 nights ahead of me. I went on to have another 3 fish. One of them was a 30, I had a really nice scaly 28. I can't remember what the other one was off the top of my head, but I will show you the pictures of them now. So yeah, and then after that I ended up in this swim, in the car park swim. It was quite a frustrating session that. The lake was fishing quite funny anyway. I believe, I actually think it was down to you know, sort of pre-spawning, or they had some sort of spawning on the brain. That's my excuse anyway. I did manage to winkle one out. It was a small common, I think just under £20 or just over, I can't remember. But yeah, here's a picture of that one. And then the session after that, I ended up going into the end of reeds on the rocky side, as we call it, not the roadside, on the opposite side. It was the first time I fished that peg, really enjoyed it. It is quite a weedy peg, there's a lot of kelp out there. I lost 2 fish to begin with in the kelp, and it wasn't until right at last knockings where I landed a nice 29-pound mirror. That was a real lovely dark fish, that. Yeah, you couldn't have painted it any better. So yeah, now I'm back in the car park swim. I've got my son with me this time. It's the start of the summer holidays. It's last weekend in July now, so really positive about this session. I love bringing the kids with me. So yeah, there's not much different to what I do normally. The only difference being is there's been a lot of changes to the lake. Mick, he's done a lot of ploughing, a lot of weeding. He's added some blue dye in, and he's also started a feeding regime where he's putting a lot of pellets in and boilies to try and bring the weights up of these fish. So of course, if they're getting freebies, a lot of pellets and things like that, I'd be daft not to jump on that. So that's the only thing different to what I normally do, is I'm putting in quite a few pellets along with the boilies. In there we've got 6mm pellets, 14mm boilies, 16mm boilies. There's a few crushed and chopped in there as well. So yeah, I mean, rig wise, I've got the multi-rig on the go, and me ever faithful snowman. All I'm doing is I'm using the pure fish oil. Good stuff this. I like just putting, you know, just getting a few handfuls of what you think you need just for the session, just purely for hook baits. And I put the pure fish oil in there, let it thaw out, let it sit in there. I actually take them out a couple of days before I'm due to go, so you know they've been sitting in that for a good couple of days. I do the same with my mix, but I don't go as strong with that. It's more intense. I believe it's a little bit more of an instant attract, you know, the more potent it is. I want my hook bait to stand out more than my mix, so I'm putting a little bit of the pure fish in there, but I'm not actually topping it up with rapeseed oil or extra virgin. It just depends what I've got. And then I just finish it with a hand of rock salt, a good hand helping of rock salt, should I say. So yeah, hopefully we'll have something to show you. We've only been fishing a couple of hours now. I got here around about 6:30. We've just gone 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm forever hopeful, because it is a good time for this area of the lake. So I'll keep you posted. Right then, that didn't take very long at all. In fact, I was just filming a piece, giving you a bit of an update, my intro. I arrived here this morning around about 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish. It's just gone 10 o'clock and I've had my first bite. Can't grumble. It's just tipped the scales round to £31 1 ounce. Bit of a feisty one. I got in a right kerfuffle. Had to go out in the boat. Oh, that went all in my face, that did.
That went in my ear.
Look at me. I don't know what's up with him, but he is not happy at all. He does not like me one bit. Let's try and hold him up. What do you think to that whopper, eh, Corey? Oh, there he is. Look at that. Lovely way to start. That was actually on a pop-up, that one. Little wicked white pop-up on a multi-rig. Yeah, it's the only pop-up I've got out there as well. Yeah, dead happy with that. I'll just show the other side quickly and get a few pickies. Yeah, start to a lovely session.
Can I feel the tape?
Of course you can. You touch him, man. What do you think? Slimy. Is he lovely? Oh, and there's the other side of the look. Not the nicest of looking fish, but as they say, it's a character. Let's give him a kiss. Mwah! What about you, Corey? You gonna give me a kiss? Come on then. Good lad, good lad. Well, I've not long lost a fish. Nash gaper absolutely straightened out. Couldn't believe it. I mean, I've used Nash gapers a few times in here. I've never had them straighten out like that. I don't know whether the fish was hooked properly or whatever, but yeah, it's a bit gutting. I've switched over to a twister on a multi-rig. See if that's any different. I know that the twisters are a lot stronger, and they are sharp out of packet. But I've been trying to use quite a fine wire hook, but which is strong. Obviously the gaper's just not good enough in here. So yeah, it's coming up to. I thought it was a bit later actually. It's only just coming up to 4 o'clock. So thinking about getting some tea on. Are you hungry, Corey? It's a cracking evening now. It really is looking pucker. Not really seeing many fish in the area, like. Seen the odd fish showing a bit beyond my distance. I'm kind of penned in a bit here. I'll show you actually. so like I say, it's looking really good. Just pan out a bit. Yeah, so basically, I mean, you can't see the kelp up on the surface anymore, but starting from about here, you've got a lot of kelp here, and it's sort of where that wind line is, where the kelp is, and it comes round here. I'm fishing at 12 wraps. You can go a bit further, but I still like a little bit of leeway, you know, because when you get the hook, get the run, you know, you can't get on the rod straight away. And I don't want to fish locked up in here because they absolutely set off like a steam train. But yeah, it's still looking good for a bite. I'm still quite positive. I mean, although I lost that fish, you know, it just come out of the blue. Normally, when the fish are in here in numbers, you get quite a few liners. So it sort of tells me that they're sitting in the kelp, and then they're coming towards me, picking a few baits up, and then drifting back into the kelp. Yeah, I've been spreading quite a lot more boilies with the stick rather than spodding out. The reason for that is I just don't want to spook anything. I will put a good bed of bait out later on this afternoon when I think bite time's over. But for now, I'm just going to keep persevering with putting the boilies over the top. There haven't really been that many fish out today. Andy Dalton on the end of reeds, he had a 24-pounder earlier. I actually recorded that with him in the boat playing the fish. It's a good bit of footage there. Wait a minute and I get you some. So I'll give you a little bit of an I'll give you a bit of an update in a bit. Just going to sort Corey out. I think he's hungry, he wants some biscuits. I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, the session's just about coming to an end now. It was a bit of an anticlimax really. I didn't even get the camera out at all yesterday. Going into Saturday night, that was really overcast, and then about 11 o'clock the heavens opened and it rained pretty much all night. Sunday conditions, that was pretty much overcast up until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun didn't really break through, which is what we need up here in this area of the lake. It's the shallowest end of the lake, and you are pretty much reliant on the sun. In hindsight, I should have probably moved, but with all the extra kit, with having Corey with me, I didn't. I sort of stuck it out. I mean, as conditions go, it's looking pretty good now. Although I haven't seen any fish in the area, it is renowned. It can do a bite any time, this swim. But I'm afraid I can only fish up until about 11 o'clock this morning, and then I need to get going because I'm at work this afternoon. But even if I don't have another fish, it's been a good session, albeit a very quick one. You know, all the action was at the beginning, but you know, that's how fishing goes. I know if I'd have moved, I could have stopped on the fish, or I could have made something else happen, but I was being a bit lazy, just enjoying a bit of time off work with my son really. So yeah, I mean, the lake's going through quite a lot of change. I mean, it's had some blue dye dumped in. That's starting to take effect. We've got a lot of floating weed beds out there. It seems like the kelp's not dying off, but everything else is. All the Canadian and the silkweed and that's just coming up in big clumps, and it's drifting all about on the surface at the minute. It's making a lot of the spots hard to fish in places. I mean, when you're going out into the double point, for example, on the wobbly boards, you're fishing out into the open water, and that's just making it near on impossible with these weed beds keep moving with the wind. It's going from one place to another. so it can be quite frustrating. Other than that, Mick's been doing, as I said before, Mick's been doing a lot of work on here. He's been raking going out with the motorboat and with a rake and raking a lot of the kelp out as much as he can. It has created some channels, but up here, I'd say the changes are all a good change, especially in this swim. This swim used to hold the fish. This swim doesn't hold the fish anymore. If anything, they might venture up here, just have an hour or two and then bog off again. Whereas before it used to hold them up here. They used to be up here in numbers. That's not the case anymore. I mean, it's not a bad thing, you know, because when one opportunity goes, another one arises elsewhere. I mean, this spring that it's had on here, it's been one of the best springs it's ever had. So, you know, that's a plus. So yeah, I mean this weed that's dying off now, I'm not sure what sort of a toll that's going to have, because normally it's late August when that starts coming up, you know. Are they going to get on the bait? We don't know, because normally in late August and that, it can become quite hard fishing in here. The fish seem to switch onto the naturals. Are them naturals going to be here this time? So yeah, unless anything happens in the next couple of hours, that'll be me done for this session. So yeah, I've enjoyed it though. It's been really nice having the time off work. I wished I'd have landed the fish that got away, but that's what we always say. Still a cracking lake to fish. He has also put a stock pond in as well. When I say he's put a stock pond in, he's netted off one corner of the lake and he's using that for the stock pond. So he's got a bit of a regime going in. Anything under 15 pounds getting put in there. There's a lot of commons in here that, like what we call cricket bat commons, that don't really make it past 15 pounds. There's a hell of a lot of them in here. So they're getting taken out. So yeah, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, carry on vaping, and I think that'll be me done. So if you aren't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the bank sometime.